On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this laundry room upgrade? Well, hang out with me for about 5 minutes. I'm going to show you what materials we used, how we built this out, why we decided to go with this overall design, and one unique feature that we built out for this particular laundry room. Now, the main goal for this overall design was not only for it to be aesthetically pleasing, but to also increase the overall storage of the space. So for the cabinet boxes, we're using a 3/4 inch maple B2 grade veneer core plywood. At this point, I've done quite a few videos on how to build cabinets, so that being said, this is not the only way you have to do it. This is just my way of going about it. It's fast, efficient, and builds strong boxes. For my go-to process, once I have all my pieces cut, I use a Titebond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue for all panels. I use some 18 gauge trim nails to just tack everything together. This is not for structural strength. This is just to hold things in place while the glue dries, and then I'm going to come back with some screws and screw everything together. Now, not every clip in this video is going to show me using glue, but rest assured I am using glue on everything. Now, if you're watching this clip and you're wondering what this part is, this is actually the cabinet box / shell that's going to be encompassing the washer and dryer. Now, the reason we designed the box this way is that the room is not very deep and we needed to be able to access behind the washer and dryer. So we designed the box this way for a side panel that will swing open just like a regular door. Here we're using our Craig brand shelf pin jig to drill holes for our adjustable shelves. This next cabinet box we're going to build will be the base cabinet. She wanted a couple of deep drawers for extra blankets and stuff like that. Most of your traditional base cabinets are at about 34.5 to 35 inches tall, with your countertop being 1.5 inches. So most of the time it's going to put it right at 36 inches. They're also 24 inches deep. For the countertop, we're doing a butcher block from Lowe's that we will cut to fit and then apply a clear coat. As you can see here, we're using our pocket holes for our stretchers and our toe kick. Just like with the rest of the box, we'll use our glue, trim nails to hold everything in place, and then we'll screw it together. Stretchers are great for adding additional strength to the box and also giving you a place to glue or screw down your countertop depending on what type of material you're going with. The face frames here are made with 1 by 1.5 inch poplar and then assembled with glue and pocket screws. If you want to do a slight upgrade, you can always go with a maple face frame. I do this quite often. The biggest difference between the two is that maple is going to be a little bit more durable and it's going to paint slightly easier, but both are a good option. For the drawer boxes on this one, since they are pretty deep, we're using the same material we did for the box and we're going to build it the same way. So we're going to use our glue, trim nails to tack everything together, and then we're going to use our pocket screws to strengthen it. Now, I'm a firm believer in using a 3/4 inch plywood for the bottom of the box. No matter the size, it's just going to create a very strong drawer box. But for the sides, I do like to use a hardwood. In this case, since they were pretty deep, we did go with a plywood, and we're going to do some edge banding to make it look like a nice hardwood. All right, so now we're going to go through the process of building our drawer fronts and our doors. For this job, we are doing a shaker style panel, and usually as of late, my go-to method for the mortise is using my dado stack on my table saw, and then we'll use our router table for the tenon. You can use this same bit for the mortise. I just find it a little bit faster to do on my table saw, so that's the reason I do it there. For the assembly process, we're going to use our Titebond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue and some 5/8 inch long 18 gauge trim nails. Not trying to use a lot here, just a couple to tack it and hold it in place while the glue dries. Now, since this is a relatively small job, we're using my handheld True Coat Graco 360 sprayer. For the clear coat itself, we're using a Minwax water-based polyacrylic max. You can get this from Lowe's. I've used this a lot. It dries really fast and goes on really clear. I didn't get a video of me painting the cabinet, so sorry about that. I do have a couple of videos on painting, so if you want to check those out, check them out. I did use Sherwin-Williams Emerald Urethane. Color was cast iron. So as promised, we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the build out. So this is the door panel that we were talking about. And again, the reason we did this was that you wouldn't be able to pull the washer and dryer all the way forward due to the wall in front of it. So we had to have a accessible panel to get behind them. So as always, big thanks to everyone that stuck around and checked the video out. If I left anything out, leave some comments below. I'd love to help y'all out, and we'll see you next time.